I'm looking for Rialto, and then while I look for Rialto, tell me about your team real quick. What SR is this? It's obviously a Scrim. What SR is your team? So we know a bit more. Advice on May? Sure. I can give you advice on May. Just aim for the head, especially because you don't have headshot markers in sentry mode. Alright. Okay, business, are you still here? I'ma actually add you. Add business. Join Discord or DM me on Twitch. There you go. We are 4.2k, I'd say. Okay, nice. So it's a GM game. Yeah, GM Scrim. Alright, let's look at it. And what do you play? Let's see.
Bubble cannot save him.
You're the main tank. Nice.
Point. If the D-Mac is not called...
Okay, and you're playing Goats. Hey, I like Goats reviews.
I cannot hear it, because it's solo, and
okay.
I'm fucked.
Be try to stick a bit lower.
Okay, they're playing. They're gonna go Goats, I think, probably.
Wait, are you defense? You are defense. Okay, so one thing people used to do is hold here, but this corner is better, so I like what you're doing. Usually, what people do nowadays is they start on these high ground, like maybe not this one, but on this one and this one. They start on these high grounds, and then they can back off this way. Like your Ryan maybe up here holds a bit, and then he falls back after a while. Because these high grounds are quite strong, and also playing on this bridge here for the attacking team is quite rough, because you Lucio can just swoop in and boop someone off. Call any player out. You can, not just me if you want. Yeah. So generally here, this is a strong setup where you have your Ryan maybe drop from high ground on here once the card reaches here, because then the card will stop here. And they're kind of cucked by the card on the bridge. So if they want to run past, they have to go from one of these sides. And that's golden opportunity for you, Lucio, to boop here or here. So it's actually a pretty good setup on Rialto first to start with. Now you choose to start here. Maybe you don't want to take the risk of fighting here because, I don't know, you didn't go over it or something. But generally it's a good setup. This is also a really strong corner, this one, because it's a 90-degree corner. And in order for them to go through here, they have to walk past the card choke here, because the card will be here. And the backline will have to walk through as well. So this one is a good one as well, because it's hard to break. Let's see what happens.
Okay, take the corner.
Discord.
Play the corner, Get back a bit, Javi. Mistral, go in front.
Yeah, play the corner. Well, if you play this corner, however, you don't want your entire team to be towards this side, because what happens is you give away all the advantage. You want like your Diva or your Zarya to play this corner, like your Diva at this corner maybe, or your Diva up here, your Zarya towards this side. Like you don't want to be all in this corner, because now you give them free entrance through here. They just walk in right now. You want to be split up. Always, whenever you have a corner, your Diva always should off angle, like either up here or here, because then if they push this side, Diva can shoot them in the back or from up here. And if they push the Diva, your entire team can follow up and she can just fly out. So make sure people are off angling on corners. Look, right now you give them this for free. This entire thing where the card cucks them, and they have to walk through this tiny hallway or this tiny hallway. You give it to them for free because your entire team is playing towards this side. If you have someone shooting here, they will have to first of all force out this guy, then you can walk this way. Or if someone's playing here, they have to force out this guy, or if they don't force out this guy, you shoot them in the back. That kind of stuff. We learned that just like 2 days ago. I agree with this. Yeah, so hold corners hard. And if you hold this corner, don't let them walk you past this corner. This corner is so freaking strong. You don't let them just walk in here. Make them work for it. Make them use every single cooldown they have in order to take this corner here. This corner is so good. Because right now, this corner is so good, you don't even have a fallback point as right now, but it's too good. Like, where do you go? Behind one of these flower pots? It's terrible. So you hold here. If they force you away from this corner, you're dead. You're in the open here. There's nowhere to play for you. So at this point, let's see. You should lose this.
Go.
Okay, you force them back. That's a really good boop by your Lucio. Jesus Christ.
No bubble.
Like, they're already through.
Go.
Oh my god, he booped 3 people backwards. That actually saved you. Look at your HP compared to theirs. They're full HP. If that boop didn't happen, you were fucked. You're super low. Your Diva's out of armor. Everyone took a beating. They're almost always full. All of them full HP. Ryan even has armor left. Diva has armor left. Like, you're losing that fight because you gave them this corner. So that boop actually gives you so much space and time. And now their Ryan's dead. Wait, what happened? How did you die? The Ryan, like right here, this is good now. The Ryan re-aggresses because he didn't see his entire team got booped back here. And he's like, nah, I want this corner back. So he commits, and he overcommits and dies for it.
Ready, score.
And then you over-aggress here. How much HP do you have when you swing there? Let's have a look. You're out of armor. Bashed.
Get back with.
I'm go.
And you're swinging again out of armor. Don't swing when you're out of armor in goats v goats. Zen will wreck you. Zen and Zarya will wreck you if you swing without armor as Reinhardt. So don't swing without armor. Once you're out of armor here, you just hold shield. Especially if the Rein's dead. You probably have like, I don't know how much shield you have, but it's not close to breaking because you were playing the corner. So you just walk in with shield here. Once you're back up with armor, you can start swinging again because Zarya will deal way less damage when you have armor.
Oh shit.
So you got greedy there for swings. Don't get greedy. Whenever you play against goats, I always keep saying this. Whenever you play against goats, don't get greedy.
Zad Discord low.
We need to go back. We need to go back. We need to go
Ah.
back. We need to go back. We need to go out. Out.
I mean, you kind of right.
I need.
But if you have ults, you don't have ultis. If he says like, you're kind of right because he has the better spawn. But if you know you're close to rally, you could say let's do a rally play or something, or just peel back to next corner. Like, also if you want to go out, you have to call it earlier, so your team can disengage right away. Because you're losing this guy now for free, and they might even chase someone else. So the call is to come a bit earlier.
We can take another fight.
have
Get
graph.
back. All the way, get back.
I will have graph.
I'll have grab. What do you do about it?
We need to.
This is the thing with teams every time. You do ult tracking, they have grab. What do? You transit, obviously. It's obvious, but say it. They have grab. We transit. What do you do afterwards? Do we go with rally? Do we counter grab? Like, always make a plan. Right here, I would say, hey, they have grab. We transit, after that we grab, and then we can look for a shatter play. If that doesn't work, we go in with rally. Something like that. Any kind of plan is good here. You can also just start with, let's go with rally first, and then maybe we can run at the Zarya with rally and matrix up and fuck her up. And if that doesn't work, we trans their grab, or we grab them, or we shatter, like anything. Any kind of plan here. Like, you didn't even call it you were gonna rally here. All your planning was they have grab. That was your planning here.
I'm grabbing this.
Yeah, I'm grabbing. That's too late. Like, you need some kind of setup, because what happens is you grab. I think you shatter at the same time. Yeah, you grab and shatter at the same time because you don't communicate it. You're like, I'm grabbing, I'm shattering. Well, guess what? We did it at the same time, and it overlapped.
Sen ult.
Rain Discord.
Sen ult.
Plan it.
I was stunned. Oh god.
What do you mean, dude?
I mean, they are Sen ulting.
Oh, okay.
And they graphed and we graphed. So we are gonna lose the fight if we don't Sen ult ourselves. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
Why are you
Zen
arguing?
Zen ult.
Why are you guys arguing?
You know that's.
That was the planning's fault. You should say stuff like, hey, they have graph, trans the graph. After that, we graph, and then we shatter. Or we shatter first, then we graph. Use shatter graph at the same time. I don't know. There was just no planning.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter now. What are you talking about?
Okay, get back.
Yeah, also don't argue with your teammates mid-game. I don't know who that was arguing, but don't argue with your teammates.
Get back, they're all there.
I'm back now. Back now.
It's not good. It just takes away from something. Now, what did they have? What did they use? What did they have? What are they gonna do?
Take high ground.
What are we gonna
High
do?
ground.
Like, do we do a diva play? Do we go early? Do we wait out their bubble and then we diva bomb? Do we aggressive beat? Do we beat in case they beat aggro? What do we do? Do we beat aggro if they diva bomb? Do we beat if they rally? Like, call stuff.
Oh my bad, I dropped.
Okay, they rally now. What do you do?
Where did you drop? We need to go back.
Yeah, okay, but that's too late already. Imagine you were on low ground. That was too late already. You're just lucky because he rallies for no reason when you're all on high ground. If you're on low ground here, their call was too late. Their call has to come immediately. You're rally to get the fuck out. That's how it works. Are you mid-stream is for here? If you guys got something to talk about when you do VOD reviews? Exactly. Unless it's something... You don't even argue. You just say stuff like, hey, transfer grab next time. Don't argue with him. Be like, hey, transfer grab next time. Don't be like, oh my god, where was the trans to? Jesus Christ. Like, what is that gonna do? Just tell him, transfer grab next time. Done deal.
Okay, we need to...
DD is personal for Zarya.
I got my bomb. Whatever you want.
Rally now.
Push on.
Rally now, it's already... You should be like, I've rallied, let's go in with rally. It should be a plan. If you say rally now, you waste like 2 seconds where they can just back off. If you say, I'm rallying mid-fight, like, let's say you aggress first, so they think, hey, they didn't do anything, they're aggressing, let's take this fight, and then you rally mid this thing, then they're like, oh my god, we have to get back, but you're already on top of them. So that's like the way you want to set it up. Don't give them time to react to it. But if you just say rally now, like this rally is doing nothing right now. Look how you're playing. It's too passive with the rally. Ooh, that beat was big. That beat timing was big. Good shatter as well.
Zara, get Zara, get Zara,
I'm
get Zara.
Zara.
Zen is one.
Your Lucio should save that fight. That beat timing saved your Sen and himself completely. The shatter was big as well, but he didn't even set it up. That was just a
Can
good
you
shatter.
sleep? Can you sleep? Diva, Diva, right side.
Dude, I'm on Zen.
What? Dude, what game are you? What? Hey.
Go on, second. We have
I already set up.
We have bomb combo now.
We have bomb
Never
combo.
mind, you were not. Oh, you have it anyway.
Okay, so you want to grab bomb. What do you do first? Do you force their bubble? Do you just grab bomb and don't care about their
Try to
bubble?
get chance before the fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Try get trance before the. Oh, me too.
You have the bomb.
Oh, shit, you're playing with fire, man.
No, they're going
They're
left.
going high ground? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going high ground.
How do you hold this?
What?
That's fine. You don't need him for the graph combo. No, don't
Do the
pin.
grab combos. We need to back up.
Nope.
Yeah, that is a misplay. That is a big misplay. Your call is to graph combo them. You don't pin here.
We do the graph combos.
Ever.
We need to back up.
No projected. Rain Discord.
Rein.
Imagine you have pin here.
No projected. Rain Discord.
Rein.
Imagine you have pin here. I trolled this. Yeah.
Need to
If
charge.
the play is graph combo, you don't pin ever. The only time you might want to pin is if the Rhine pins into your team and you can get the counter pin. But then, like at that point, you don't even need to make that graph combo play again because he's feeding, right? But other than that, you never press shift if graph combo is your play. I may go out when we lose someone. I don't know why I don't want to fight this anymore. Yeah, but here's the thing. This guy is not part of the combo. Like, you're part of the combo. He's part of the combo. He's part of the combo. Maybe he's part of the combo. These two guys, no one cares if they die. For the combo. No one gives a fuck. Gotta go. Bye, man. Listening to you coaching people has helped a lot. Hey, no problem. Thanks for hanging out, Dark Seasons. Don't need Lucy when we graph combo, but I just left like we need to reset. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, we're down one. Let's regroup. Now here's one thing. If you lose this Lucio on attack, then you can chill because you can back out. You decide when the fight takes place generally on attack. You can wait for this guy again. But on defense it's different. On defense you take every fight you can get because you stall the point. On offense you take the best fight you can get. You might do 1 or 2 dry fights just to get a better fight after that. But on defense, you take every fight. On offense, you take the best fight you can get. So especially on defense, it doesn't matter if he dies. On offense, if he dies, you're like, I think there's a chance that we might need him to mid-fight clutch. We just wait a bit more, so let's just get out. But on defense, if he dies, you take that fight anyways.
Yeah, that was bad.
Diva.
Oh, bro.
Diva.
What?
Here we got Diva.
I'm dead.
Yeah, so right here, you don't pin. Bitch, what? Why you guys so toxic?
They
So on offense, you would have tried to reset? Not necessarily. On offense, I'm just saying on offense, you could reset that. Because you might think, I think we need the Lucio, so let's reset on offense. But on defense, you definitely don't reset there because your Lucio dies. If your Zarya dies, you can reset on defense, but not if your Lucio dies. Like if your win condition dies, you obviously reset or you stall on card. But if someone that's not interesting for your win condition dies, you still take the fight on defense. I'm using this to find weaknesses.
They use rally.
Close.
Shit,
Maybe we can go run. Run right side, run right side. Here, run right, run here, run here.
Why would he be there? He obviously has shatter.
Behind. Yes, shatter probably.
Yeah, good call.
Okay.
Good bubble. The bubble timing was good there. He waited long enough for him to be low so he can't shatter
Let's go.
ever.
Fight them now. Go.
Good camera angle.
Diva.
Fight them now is not a good call. By the way, whoever said that, that's not like it's like saying kill them or eat the graph. Lol, just fight them. How do we fight them? Do we go with rally? Do we set up a shatter play? Do they have rally? Do we kite the rally? Do we match it? Like come up with planning. Depends if you lose Lucio, but the fight is hard winnable. You still go for it. You said you take the best fight. Yeah, on attack you take the best fight. Like let's say here's one example. For example, why you still would take the fight. Like let's say you have graph on attack. And for some reason they just use trance, so they have no trance. But your Lucio gets picked. You don't care. You still graph. Because they can't sustain it. And you don't need the Lucio for damage in the graph. So you still go. Now if they have trance, and you have graph, and your Lucio gets picked, you wait. Because it's not a free win condition, right? So it depends on the situation.
I'm speeding. Lucio.
Good shatter, get the brig. It's already good enough. One man shatter is good. Always say that. Oh my god. How'd you die? How'd you die? Let's take a look.
I'm speeding.
You shatter. Are you swinging? No, you're holding your shield. No, you're swinging. Don't swing here with this. As I said before, one man shatter is good, but if you're out of armor, you don't swing anymore until you have armor back. Generally, I mean, sometimes you still swing, like if it's super clutch, but if you're out of armor, you have to be careful with swinging. Let's put it this way.
I'm 1 HP, I'm 1 HP. I need to go.
Angers, il faut que tu aides la team, gros. On est tous
Oh my
putain de
Did that
Call
fire
it, I
strike?
can't. If you don't call
Why you talk French now, guys? Stop being salty.
You need to get out, you need to get out.
Go back.
Wait,
Go back.
did he talk French? He talked English, no?
I got my bomb soon.
Yeah,
Got my bomb soon.
Bomb.
Dude, you guys are not planning
I
though.
think they too.
Yeah, you call their. So here's the thing. That's what most teams do. They're like ult tracking. Hey, they have graph bomb. Okay, we have bomb. And then people just randomly press Q. I'm so bad. Relax. You're not bad. You're doing fine. So, whenever you do the ult planning, after the ult planning, ult tracking, I mean, comes the planning. So people always do the ult tracking because that's what they're told to by their coach. Hey, we need to track their ults, and then people are like, hey, they have graph, shatter, this and that, and we have this. Now what? Well, let's just go fight. This just no. You start with ult tracking, so you know what they have, what they're most likely gonna do. Then you set up a counter for what they're gonna do, and then you set up your own stuff. Or if you want to set up your stuff first, you set up your stuff first. You say like, let's graph before them, like stuff like that. People need to know when to do and what to do. We are a mixed team with mostly Frenchies. I'm a boss alpha 1v6. What the fuck? There's just like planning's missing here. I always say this to teams that sent me scrim bots. It's always the planning that's missing every single time. Ult tracking's usually there, but there's no planning.
Side Discord.
Like it doesn't have to be a good plan. It can be a plan like just grab them, then they trans, and after that we diva bomb. Now that's already a good enough plan. And if it goes further than that, you can't plan for everything. If it goes further than that, it's mid fight calling. So you start with graph, they trans, you diva bomb, nothing happens. After you like, I'm gonna rally now, because you need to put more into it. You have to invest more because you got nothing out of your ultimates. Then maybe they rally, so you have to invest another beat. You have to talk mid fight and stuff. Use a plan, everyone. We win. Yeah, that's like shit plans.
It's only
You
you.
do after every fight, check the elements, and make plan. Yes.
Okay, you can survive this if everyone hides. Okay.
Yeah, like if you knew that diva bomb, you could make a plan. Like if the diva bomb we run in, you have to be ready. Or if the diva bomb we get the fuck out. One of these two plans. Or if the diva bomb we trans aggro, or I don't know, one of these things. If the diva bomb we run in with rally and take space that way, or keep your bubble for the diva bomb. Some kind of counterplay has to be there. Hey Maxines. Up, wrong button. There you go.
Lose fights. Down payload, down payload.
Like most teams don't do that.
I'm too far.
We have grab bomb. Okay, rally.
Yeah, you die here, that's fine.
Get
They use diva bomb. What do they have next? They're gonna have shatter.
Don't need to touch. We need to rally. We need to
Check
go with
ults to
rally.
plan around us. Yeah, exactly.
Rain Discord.
Like most teams just do ult tracking, then they're like, now what? I don't know what to do with this information I just presented. But you have to do something. Spec that out.
Rain.
You ate your grab, that's unfortunate, but you need to have another setup first. If you eat your grab, what do you do? You're gonna aggro rally now. We can look for a rally
Bomb
diva
this.
bomb.
I have no grab.
Like we start with grab, diva bomb. If grab gets eaten, we go with rally diva bomb.
Go rain, no shield, no shield, no shield.
He's low, I shot it.
Good shatter. That's actually huge.
Lose one.
But it's not a setup either. It's just a press Q and they drop
There's
shield.
still someone alive, I think, right?
No, I
Don't
don't
think so.
think so.
Like your shatters are good,
Oh,
but
it's a
Did you
diva.
die early?
the team play is lacking.
No, she died.
Oh, she's back. She's out there. She's here. In front.
Okay.
What do they have? They have grab.
They should have. They
See,
have
this guy wants
more
10,000
weapons, so we need to-
FPS on his
Yeah,
PC,
we
dude.
have,
Jesus.
Okay,
Online
you
games
start
are too good.
yourself as well.
Okay, we need to speed into them.
Your shatters
They
are
don't
good,
charge
but you're too greedy. Like right now, you're probably gonna start swinging again and die. Did you just fire strike?
to them. They don't are not charged.
Bruh.
I got
No, you didn't. Good. That was their fire strike.
Get the line.
That pin is fine. Really, that pin is actually perfectly fine because you see, they ignore you. They go around this side to get someone else in your backline, like your Zarya or something. So this pin is good. That forces them to look your way. So that pin is actually not bad. That's good. Like this is too hard to set up, or maybe I don't know how to do it. It's not. You feel this way because you've never done it and it's new to you. But it doesn't have to be a good plan. It just needs to be like you don't have to go all the way. You can't just say we use graph early here or trans their graph. It's like a beginning, and then it can go deeper from there. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the best plan at the beginning. You can even just say stuff like, "We don't have anything. They have graph combo. Let's hide somewhere. Rush the Rhine." Like anything.
Get the Ryan, get the Ryan.
This is a good pin here, by the way. Now they grab you, or is that your graph? It's your graph. And theirs. Double graph. Okay, I see.
You still win this.
Zardan.
Then, Zai, I mean, I'm
Zai,
shooting.
Zai, scored. Die var.
Okay,
Okay.
together. Yeah, can't.
I don't think it's that hard, but for shatter setup, well, shatter setup is something like your brick can hide, or the most common shatter setup is like boop shatter right now. So let's say you're here, their Rhine is here, your Lucio comes from this side, boops him there, you shatter their team in the back. That's the shatter setup. Just say call, we look for boop shatter. It's better than just pressing Q. You can also just say break their shield, focus their Rhine shield really hard right now, and we can look for shatter after that. But boop shatter is quite easy.
I don't think you should go for her.
You just call it boop shatter, and then you just like 3, 2, 1, boop shatter.
I have Shatter.
It's not that hard.
Did they use anything?
It's like the old brick bash shatter, pretty much.
We need to stay in front. We need to stay in
It's
front.
what every contender's team does. They always look for boop shatter.
Yeah, busy. Try to get
Back.
Rain is
got it. I got
Okay, get back.
No bubble, no bubble.
Get back.
Oh, you get.
Oh fuck. I thought you have bubble.
Yeah, right here, if they rally, you have to get past the card and play here. You can't be in front of the card while your team is behind the card. You have to make sure you get past the card.
No bubble, no bubble.
Get back.
Oh, you get
You get fucked here.
I thought you have bubble.
Run.
outed.
If they have rally and you can't match it, it's like the momentum thing. If they have something and you can't match it, you have to take a step back. If they have something and you can match it, you can hold your ground or even walk forward. But if they have the momentum going, you have to go back. So at this point right now, you have to go back.
Can we get Rhine?
Okay, you lose this fight. That's fine.
Do you have any else? No.
Let's just clean up, I would think. Yeah. Okay. So, general, you're fucked. So generally, the biggest thing you guys should improve on is coming up with plans and counter plans. Because overall, like, your skill level's fine. You're playing together fine. Your target focus is actually not bad. Like, you're focusing the right targets, the front line. Didn't hear rally and int it? Yeah. So the biggest thing you guys should work on is set up proper plans before fights, and will improve your gameplay a lot because people will be on the same page.
Okay.
And you will be able to get your stuff out before them. Because if you come in with a plan that's bad, it's still better than a team that has no plan. And use a lot of resources. I wanted to hold the corner. Well, then you have to communicate that to your team. If you say they used bubble, a lot of matrix, and brig E or something, and they have rally going, you can say, hold your ground. We can still take this fight. And your team should trust you with that call. So you can still do that. But you can't just assume, like, the automatic response to a rally, where you can't match it, is you fall back. So if you want to hold the corner, you have to tell your team. We have the same problem in our team. Can you give an example for a plan? Well, an example would be something like, let's say they have graph and we have shattered trans. So an example, just a simple, this is like one of the simple examples. You say they have graph, they're gonna set up a graph. So we trans the graph, and after the graph, we look for boop shatter play. Simple plan, super simple. It's probably one of the simplest plans. So you have a counterplay to their win condition, and you have a win condition set up for your own. If this fails, you can say, if the shatter fails, like, you look for a shatter, and then it fails, you say, aggress on their Reinhardt. It's then the second option, or aggress on their brig. Super easy. It's like a super easy plan. But obviously in GOATs, the more ults you have, the more ults they have, the more complicated it gets. Because you have stuff like, they have graph diva bomb. Keep your e-bubble for that, trans the graph. After that, we counter graph. Then they trans it. And after that, we look for a diva bomb play ourselves. If that fails, we can still go in with rally. Like, it gets super deep, but, you know.
Yeah. Darius personal?
Stuff like that. Now why do they hold this corner? This corner is terrible. You have to be careful though, your son's not in range.
Is this scored?
Something like, I want to hold this corner if they use rally, kite back to point. Well, that's a bit, because you don't know if they wasted resource, because generally, at that point, like the fight before, if they use rally, you want to back off, because you can't match it, because you don't have rally. But, if he sees they use a lot of resource, and he wants to hold the corner, it's something like, hold the corner. You should say, hold this corner. Even though they have rally. And your team should follow up on that call, because you can't explain it yet. Because obviously you saw something, your team didn't. So they should trust you. Playing starts with info, ult tracking your ults. Exactly. Scouting too, yeah.
They have Ana. Go back. Go back.
Get back.
I bubble for you. Okay.
They have Ana. What does this mean? It's a good call. They have Ana. What does this mean? They want to farm Nano. They're already close to it. But how do you take this fight? So here's one example how you take this fight. You walk into their Rhine, you run at their Reinhardt, and once their bubble is down, you full on Matrix and keep running at the Rhine, because Ana can't heal anything through Matrix. And you're gonna have to kill him through that timing. And you have to hard commit on it. That's one plan where you could take it, for example. How you could win this fight.
Back a bit.
3, 2, 1.
Here you get bubble. Look, this is the plan. You trade bubbles here, which is fine. And after it, you say, keep your Matrix. You tell your D.Va, keep your Matrix till after a bubble fight. And then we go all in with our bubble on that Reinhardt. And he should die.
Rain scored.
Just do it.
Run you search, run you search. I shall listen.
Bye.
See, this corner is hard to take. You see this? Because these people here behind you, they're useless. You will have to go wide here. So one thing you have to do is you will go from this side and peek wide, or you go from this side and go wide. This side is rough though, because he can swing in your face for free like 3 times. But your team will have to walk this way. Now, one thing you can take, the way you can take this, you go high ground here, spread out here, flip the map maybe, because if they're behind here, they can't ever leave the card. So it gives you the advantage of if the card pushes this way, they will have to catch up to the card. Now, another thing is you can maybe go through here, or you can, I don't know, you can set up your Zarya up here and then walk in together. Like, you have to do something here. You're in a bad position here because this corner is too strong for defense. So you have to make some kind of play here. Force rotation, yeah.
Reno. Let's go.
Rhino bubble.
Okay, get back.
Okay, or you just shatter all of them, that works too.
Raid.
I mean, okay, that's an easy way out. Again, you didn't call any of it. You didn't call going with Rally, or you didn't call for Shatter, but the Shatter was big, so... You have to rotate this when you on card, because I'm too scared to walk through. Through here? Well, I would go through this side, because then the Rhine can't swing for free. You need speed boost to cross this corner, so the way I would call it is... I would probably get my backline back here. This would be something I would have pre-discussed with the team. It's too much to call right now. So I would probably get my backline into here and go wide here, or get my backline... Actually, no, I don't like this actually. I would get my backline towards this side. So I flip the map. So we rotate. Instead of taking the fight this way, I would take the fight this way. Because then their backline would have to rotate here. Because if they don't, your backline can fuck them while you can still shield them. So I would go with speed boost this way. Not into them, but this way. And flip the map. So they will have to play... Like, where do they play from here? If you take this corner away from them and you're this side, they have nowhere to play. Neither do you. Actually, you have these flower pots to reset a bit, but they have nowhere to play at all. But I need to shield my backline 20% for some reason. You don't. Especially in goats, you don't. The only one that might get pigs is Zen. They don't even have a Zen. You don't have to shield anything. The only thing you have to shield is Zarya here.
Yeah,
So what's wrong with my thinking?
That's better.
You really don't. You really don't have to hold shield 24/7 for your backline. If your Zen gets 5 warped, it happens, man. If you lose one fight because of it, it's better to lose this fight than to lose the 10 other fights because you have no more shield.
Lost cars.
Fine. Come pick me up.
So don't overthink it with your shield.
Play safe.
So-
Don't die.
I go right side.
They used nano and they used...
Whenever you walk through a choke against goats, it's super scary. So you have to make it quick and clean. So you need the speed boost to go through chokes. You can't just walk in with passive speed because they're gonna fuck you up. So go in the speed boost, set up your backline somewhere safe, reset somewhere if you can.
Get back.
That kind of stuff. Make sure you get out of the choke though. Can you go back here because someone of you died, right? Your Zen died or something? Can't remember. Yeah, your Zen died. So now you're back. This is fine.
Yeah.
Can you go in now?
Sango personal.
Dude, get this guy out. Jesus Christ. This guy should be shot at right now. Look at him. He's feeding.
Yeah.
Rain scored.
They're all here. You're all tunnel visioning towards here. Fuck this guy.
Sango personal.
Oh my god. Yeah, this guy should be... He's full HP! That should be free... There should be free damage for any of your teammates. Now you already have Grav, but still, get this fucker out. Because they might waste resources into this guy.
Run. Get Raid.
Okay, Grav combo, it is fine. Now, one thing, you don't even need to Grav combo against this team. They have no trance. And beat doesn't sustain Grav. So, you literally only Grav. And if it's not enough, you can develop them after. I don't think you Grav combo here. Let's leave it there. I don't know. I mean, she's doing the right play because she doesn't get punished. So if we want to go through this, we should blast everything at once. But if we do this, we will lose if they just walk back. Well, that's why this corner is hard to play. If they react perfectly, they have the advantage because this corner is hard. But you can reset here. Here's one thing. Here's one thing that is good about this. You see, wait, let's go back a bit. Where I can give you the thing with the flower pots again. Okay, here. If they play here and you manage to reach here, even if you lose your shield, if they want to cross this gap, they will have to use a lot of resources, right? And it's super far, and you can just keep kiting this way and try to reset here. And they will, at some point, they will have overextended as well. And then you can re-go. Also, during that time, if the fight takes long, you will have ultis, and you will be able to peel with those ultimates. Like, for example, you can just trance, and they might have to match it with trance. Now, they will have to better trance a bit, but during that time, you can use it to reset your stuff. Like, going through a choke against goats is never easy.
No, get ready.
It's never an easy task. But you have to do it. You can't just play passive in front of the choke and wait for a mistake of them.
Yeah,
If they're a good team, they're not gonna give you an opening.
Okay, nice.
You think the correct play is to play it slow here?
Get the batsman.
Wait, here?
Do the-
I was talking about the first corner. Any hard choke should be played like that? No! You can, dude, you can set up any plan. You can be like, hey, I'm gonna, like any choke, you can be like, we speed to the right and reset on the right side because they're not there. Or we rush down their brick because you might be out of position, so we run at her with bubble and matrix. Or we can look for a pin bubble combo, or we just bait them in. We walk out, walk back in, and bait them into the choke. Like, you can do anything, dude. There's a lot of different plays you can make. You can do something like if you have a diva bomb, we run out of the choke with our diva bomb. Like anything, any play is fine. Just do it together, and don't play too slow. Like don't play scared. Don't play scared. If you play scared when you walk through a choke against goats, you already lost. It's the same with Mei. If you play scared to the Mei wall, you already lost.
They have guard, I think.
Because you will always get walled if you play scared. You have to be manly in goats, and you have to be manly against Mei.
Get Zara.
Okay, you tried to shatter, that's fine. Again, you didn't set it up though. Look for boop shatter.
It's okay. No ults.
That's a good combo by them. They waited out your E bubble.
I fucked up. Oh, cannot even suicide.
Who won the McCree? Busyness, or how do you say his name? Check one sec. Busyness won the
You
McCree.
guys just beat. Did they use rally? I think they did.
No, I don't think so. They used
I
combo
don't think so
only.
as well.
Okay.
Okay, you all track again, but no
Let's go.
planning.
Zara's low.
We use wobble, we need to wobble.
get back.
Yeah, wait out. That should be preset though. If they rally, we go back. Like if you do it mid fight, it takes 2 extra seconds or an extra second for everyone to get back. This rally is way too early. If you want to rally, dude, look at that fucking gap you have. You're never gonna reach this. If you want to rally, this is the distance you want to rally with. Or when you're already inside them, that's when you want to rally. Now that might be a bit too late if you're already inside them, but it's way too early to rally. Can you bring my Hanzona? No!
Nice.
Good bash, that is big. They fucked up there.
Nice.
Like your target focus is actually good. Mid fight when it goes to brawl style is really good. You're focusing the same target, you're fucking them up,
Push a bit.
but generally there's no planning, dude. That's the most important part I would tell you guys right now. Plan your stuff. So you don't waste ultimates and they don't get free fights.
They use Shatter.
Reviewing Mistral. It's not worth because you can stack some armor before.
I'm
No.
not sure.
You will get the armor mid fight. The armor mid fight, I don't know how much rally gives, but it will give you a huge HP advantage if you're on top of each other. Blue. So if you're on top of each other, you get the armor anyways, and you get the move speed, and they can't disengage. Here's the thing. Who needs armor in your team when you engage in 2 goats? No one. The only time you would pre-armor is if you play against a Sombra or some kind of Genji shit or Poke. But if you play goats v goats, there's no way they will just assassinate your Zenyatta or something. So who needs the armor stack? Your Rein doesn't, your Zarya doesn't, your Diva doesn't. Your Brig might need it, but if your Brig's good, she's gonna be fine. And she's the one that gets rallied anyway, so she will always get the armor, right? 30 armor per second? Yeah. So make sure they can't walk away from your rally. So you want to be right inside of them. Because if you rally from here when they're here, they don't even need to use speed boost. They just walk back and wait out your stupid rally. And then you're just standing there with your stacked armor that gets poked away anyways from far away. So make sure you're close enough to them. So you get value out of the rally. So you get value out of having a higher HP pool. If you play from far, the armor gets poked away. Doesn't matter anymore. Especially now that the armor is not layered properly with the shields. So Zarya and Zen don't gain as much from it.
And we
Run, I'll focus one.
Rain.
Oh my god, that shatter is good.
Break.
That is a man's shatter. I like that shatter. That is manly. You got booped into a corner and you fucked them up. Also, the way your peel right now is really good. This is good movement. Very good. That was actually well played by you.
Fuck trans.
You baited them to go on you with shield. You kited the perfect way for them to not be able to get behind you. That was really good.
In this fight.
Yeah.
Like we were focusing Brick, she was not
That was
dead,
good.
She was close, and then we swapped
Good
to
shatter,
Sarah.
good
That's a
peel
idea.
by yourself. Because at that point you knew you didn't have to do any more damage. You just had to stay alive.
Zarya, no, the Zarya
SR is 4.2.
What are we talking about? This is focus on game and
It doesn't matter. That's we need to talk about
Okay.
this. The Zarya was at ref.
I can I clip a VOD video? What?
Randy scored it. Randy scored it.
No bubble, no bubble.
Okay, again, like
Go on. Oh fuck, my bad. Run.
I go.
you guys are playing fine. There's nothing wrong with the way you play. Ooh.
Shattered.
It's literally just planning is missing. Dude, I would give you that on your way, to be honest. Because I don't think, like, you guys are playing fine. Sometimes your ultimates, you argue sometimes for no fucking reason. These people are your teammates. Don't argue with your teammates mid-fight.
That was fine call.
Just,
Saying.
honestly, like, they play, like, your target focus mid-fight is fine. You're all good players. Just plan your goddamn team fights. And you're gonna be good.
We have the combo. They know we have it.
You have our combo, what do we do? Do we force out their bubble first? Do we just chug it in? Do we not care about their bubbles? What do we do if they freaking trance our grab? Do we diva bomb with it? Like, Re, Javi not arguing.
Oh fuck, it got eaten.
Randy scored.
Good shatter. I don't know if you bashed him or something. Also, one thing you should always do, if your diva wants to diva bomb, she should tell your brick, hey, keep your next bash for my diva bomb. So you don't just randomly bash someone and then you're like, I'm diva bombing now. And brick's like, yeah, well, I just bashed. Unfortunate. If the guy really likes to argue, well, that's unfortunate. Tell him to stop that or he's getting kicked. That's how you deal with it.
Yeah, we won.
Zarya. Keep focusing Zarya, guys. She can kill. She can get it.
Because I couldn't play with people that argue 24/7.
Okay, they use
This is a team game. You want to help each other out. You don't want to argue. And if you want to argue, do it during VOD review, not mid-game.
Yeah, dash shot 100%. That's true.
Zeno.
They come from left side. They come from left
Hey,
side.
They
Dabin.
use Zen. I don't think they have
Good
the
day,
grab.
my
I think
friend.
they have
Good
to use
day.
it at the end of the fight.
Yeah, no, it
I thought better. No, I wanted to say.
Pressure in.
Dude, set up your shatters. God damn it. Sometimes when you do these clutch shatters in corners where you're out of position in order to survive, good. But, bruh, tell your Lucio to boop him. I'm getting triggered.
Too late.
Charge it.
Imagine going 5-5 placement on 2 accounts. Well, unfortunate, Kurama. You're dead now. Pause. Ah! Fuck the pause.
So they can get the charge.
To win is a
In this moment, we shouldn't
pause.
book people. We should just kill them. Go in.
Bomb. Yeah, they've got
Okay.
No, they don't have the bomb. They used it before.
It's not gonna happen this game. Maybe next one. Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing why I only do 1 map per sub, because you will most likely repeat the same mistakes because you didn't learn from it yet. So till next time, write down ult tracking. You're doing ult tracking. After that, do setup, like what kind of ults do they use? Do counter setups and do your own setups. Try to implement that, and you guys will be way better. Also, boop shatters, yeah. Set up boop shatters when you can.
Oh, what?
My Hanzo, dude, your Hanzo is never. After this one, dram me, and then I'm done for today. Because I'm tired. I've been VOD reviewing for
Go aggressive.
6 hours or something.
We can fight.
Wait,
Go aggressive.
I have bubble, but
Randy scored.
okay,
Good
I
block.
got shattered.
Wait, what? How did he get shattered?
Run.
I'm a run.
This fucking game sometimes.
Still.
It was
Yeah, whatever. Okay. So generally, make sure you get ult planning down. It's the biggest thing that would improve your team by a shit ton right now. And not arguing. The arguing part is quite annoying as well. To be honest. But generally, you guys are a good team. It's not bad what I've seen. You guys focus, especially target focus, is pretty good. It's just call your ultimates, plan your ultimates, and your Gucci. It's like... Alright, now, Drammy, are you here? If Drammy is not here, I think I'm done for today. Is Drammy here? Drammy Dragon, are you here? Because that one's gonna be the last VOD for today. I hear, nice. What are the other setups we should do? You said Brick, Diva, Lucy Ryan, what else? Wait, for what? Chintao, thanks for the 500 bits, Jesus Christ. Nice review, thank you so much, honestly. How did tourney go? We won, it was easy. Wait, so what did you say? Brick, Diva, Lucy, Ryan? Oh yeah. So what you do is, you have different combos. You can do Rally, Diva Bomb, because with Rally, the Reinhardt can't get rid of your Brick, because she can just keep onto his ass with the extra movement speed. You can do something like Grab Diva Bomb, obviously, it's a basic one. You can do Lucio Reinhardt Shatter, you can Brick Reinhardt Shatter. You can basically set up anything. You can go with Rally Shatter, like any kind of setup with ultimates work or with hero abilities work. Anything you can think of. Could get your Brick to stun Diva to get a graph off. Yeah, exactly. That's something that Samsung did with Leaf on Brick. Whenever they, the season before this one, that's what they did a lot. Hey, Devin, thanks so much for the sub. You guys are crazy. It's Dommy's gifted. Never mind. Dommy, thank you for the gifted sub. You're crazy. So, what they did is, whenever they graphed, Leaf would be like 3-1 bashing Diva. And that second, Casper would just throw his graph in, because he trusted the bash. And then they get a good graph because they would be stacked up. Because they would bait for the Matrix. That's what we can do through the fight all the time. Yeah, Brick Diva, like Rally Diva Bomb, Graph Diva Bomb, obviously. Boop Shatter. What else is there? Make sure you keep your amp up, your Lucio speed boost for Diva Bomb. So watch my Hanzo. Dude, bruh, why do you want me to watch your goddamn freaking Hanzo? Alright, let's get Dremmy's VOD going. Dremmy, what is aura yet? Actually, let's just, to shut him up, let's just look at his stupid fucking Hanzo, dude. God damn it. Where is it even? Did you DM it? I think you DM'd it. Maybe not. Where's your VOD? Can't even find it anymore. VOD review. Oh, there it is. Found it.
There's no clue.
Well spent money. Thank you so much, dude. Alright, sure. Alright, everybody, take a look at this Hanzo. What did you do?
Very sorry.
Play right side for picks. Then we try to pull them on.
There it is, right?
They're going right. Then we go point. They're with us looking right.
Yeah, we got space,
Hanzo in a nutshell.
Point. We can take entire point. We have point. Pulling now. Hanzo.
Why would you drop?
Widow's right side, far right. Break you. No fortify.
No pull.
I'm ready for pull, I'm ready for pull.
I can rest.
Wait, I'm gonna pull.
Why would you drop, dude?
1 HP. Breaks you.
Break that rest of the shield. Bury up.
They were still right side. They go with the right side. Zen is also right side.
Diva hooked.
Very good shot, but you're in a shit position.
They're gonna res it.
Healing, please.
I'm gonna touch.
Nice.
Pressure them.
Let's keep those alive.
Maybe dead.
I mean, you hit good shots, but your positioning is garbo. When I see my Brick run with 60 me Ryan and tells me I should shatter, I'm not sure if I can trust.
Keep pressuring. Don't go close to the edge.
You should. It's your teammate. You should trust.
We have this.
You see the Widow shot? Dude, your shots are good. They're nuts. Good shots, but your position is terrible.
Not going too far.
Okay, they're gonna be close to trans.
If we execute,
Close to Valk, probably.
Zen this.
Can you res him?
What?
Someone peeks. Someone needs to peek though.
What does that mean, Mistral? Hey Bonnie, wie das duftet? Ja, ich mach noch ein VOD-Review, dann bin ich auch fertig. 6 Stunden VOD-Review. Bruh. Okay, so overall, dude, your shots are nuts. I didn't even know she was there. Yeah, I know. There wasn't even the Widow though, there was someone else on point. So anyways, your Hanzo shots are good, but your positioning shit. Alright, let's go over to Drammy. So Drammy, did you already say what kind of SR this is and what you're doing here? I think you're Masters, right? Yeah, you're Masters, 3-6, okay. So I'll just say 3-6, and what did you play?
Select your hero.
Oh, Trangus is Mad Lad, Masters. Kurama's Masters. See you in Souls. 3.5, come, it's 3.6. Don't make yourself worse. Believe the hawk, I gotcha. It's my lieber alles. Stop. Stund gesehen. What? Dude, I have no idea what you're typing, Mistral. Both main tank in the Swiss League. Gotcha. Well, I'm looking to upload. I mean, okay, so you don't want this uploaded to YouTube, I assume. If any one of you don't want it uploaded to YouTube, message me, because usually I upload these to YouTube so people can rewatch it. But if you don't want it uploaded to YouTube, tell me, and we're not gonna upload yours.
Soldier dude, you're gonna struggle a little bit in this comp.
No. What do you mean? You don't want it on YouTube, or you want it?
Look after yourselves out there. I get us away. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Alright, you're playing D.Va. I want it so I can show my bot teammates. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. And we can get better? Nice.
To make the dive more hectic.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you're on D.Va here.
I will.
Going back to comp now, wish me luck. I have fun. Don't watch us play goats for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I betcha.
Yeah, they're bunker, they're bunker.
Okay, they're bunker.
Save your matrix.
Yeah. Save your matrix.
I'll tell you when it's full.
That's
Okay,
good.
Try to hack the Bastion actually.
Okay, I'm ready with full matrix, we can cross.
No nade.
Oh my god! Ooh, careful. See you in Souls. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. Tier 1 sub, my friend. I appreciate it.
Wait, they were standing in the way.
Okay, we
I'm
can go now.
I attacked the D.Va.
Bastion.
Oh, we got the Bastion dead.
That was
Oh,
fine. That position, one thing, Drami, Misha basically told me to forget what I saw because, oh, gotcha. One thing, don't reset in here. If that Junkrat angles his shit right, it will definitely hit you with this bounce shit here. So don't reset in here. Wait outside, and then once you're ready, you walk through here because then it's way less of a chance he hits any of his pipes on you. Generally, though, you wait for the matrix to be full.
No.
Wait, they were standing
So it's
in the way.
good. Like, look, he's just barely missing you because he's fucking up. And then you 8-2 anyways.
Bastion.
But that was a good dive with full matrix. You keep your monkey up. I think you hacked their Bastion, which usually shouldn't happen because they should protect them. But
You won. Junk one.
if you did,
I'm a junk.
so it's a good thing. Your positioning here is also pretty good. That's too deep.
Go now.
Up till this point,
I
perfect.
attacked the D.Va.
Bastion.
Oh, we got the Bastion.
This is
Bastion dead.
perfect.
Oh,
You got the D.Va mech.
You won.
Right here.
Junk one.
As soon as you mech, shoot this guy in his head. You can go on this bridge right here. And just shoot this guy. His shield's angled this way. He will have to walk through his shield into the rest of your team if he wants to hide from you. So you should shoot this clown from up here. You're overcommitting here on a baby D.Va when you should shoot it. When you should shoot that horse.
I'm a junk.
dead.
Oh, she's already dead. Never mind. The horse died, but still, you're going too deep.
You won. Junk one.
Okay, the horse died, so that's fine. But when the horse dies here, I don't know, you're committing a bit too deep. I don't like it.
On the right.
Especially if there's an Ana and your team's not there yet. And your Genji just died. Like, this is the way they come back into this fight. If you go in 1 by 1 and dying. Now, they're probably gonna kill you here as well, right? Let's see. You know the supports were alive. Yeah, that's why you have to calm down. Okay, get them anyways.
Discord if you can. She's one.
We're capping.
Get that D.Va.
Hacking. He's hacked.
I'm coming back.
You know when the VOD is gonna get uploaded? This week, I would think.
Don't worry.
Around this week.
He's up. Oh, she's one.
I'm pushing a little bit here.
You can always watch it on Twitch anyways. It's just easier on YouTube.
I'm gonna EMP.
So overall, it didn't matter here, Drami, but it's their way back into a fight if some guy goes too deep and dies. Your Genji already went too deep and died, so at this point, be careful and don't overextend too much. I'm gonna get my Twitch sub rank on Discord. It takes like an hour, I think. I'm gonna not... Today, after this VOD, I'm done for today anyway, so next VOD review will be next week. I'm starving right now, and I'm quite tired, and my voice is quite rough already.
Okay, just wait.
No
You
dynamite.
guys going all left side. Hey, we're down 1. Play slow.
What the fuck?
We're down 2.
Yeah, servers
Down
are fucked.
1. What the shit?
Servers are fucked, Drami. Get out!
Wait. Come on. What's happening?
Don't lose your mech. Oh my god. Okay, get out of there.
I'm just gonna reset.
Yeah,
Let's
so-
just get a fight. Let's just get
I was back to normal. Nice.
Then we have
That's still annoying.
me and
But yeah, don't lose your mech there. If you're down 2, it's like they're getting a pick, right?
Theo,
Get out.
Gucci, can you come
Not
to
winnable.
Boston?
Just go back.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. It's a
We
DC.
have 65 right now.
It's a DC. I don't blame you for it.
Yeah, I think the servers
I'm like fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the servers are fucked up
It happens a lot.
these last couple of days. That was today, right, Rami?
Have no sleep.
Wait. Go C1.
I have
Oh,
D.Va bomb. Go.
Go now, go now.
Ana Discord,
You didn't see that trap? Wait, what? Rami? Hello?
Go C1.
I have D.Va bomb.
Hello?
Go now, go now.
Ana
I
Discord.
was like, what? Why is Rami not looking at the trap?
Zen dead.
No, I didn't. What the fuck?
I'll go for that. I'll tire on me. Got it.
Oh, nice.
She's actually
Diva Discord, Diva
The
Discord.
Emmer, that's really good.
Low, anyone?
That's actually really good what you did there. You got the tire to save your backline. Also, generally, if there's a tire, one thing as Diva players, if there's a tire, generally, you want to fly into it. Because even if it gets your mech, you're still not down him, man. You might lose the mech, but you can still come back into the fight. But if especially on 2CP, if the tire kills your backline, like an Ana, you're not going to win that fight anymore, unless you already have a big advantage. So, that was really good what you did, Rami. Diva is the target you want to eat the tire up, if you can't kill it.
I don't know, Pablo.
It was also good.
Ball.
Fly into him if you can. Nice. This is good. Why did you stop before hitting him though?
Lucio.
Lucio low.
Ooh, you should not stop before hitting him, because first of all, you will fuck up his aim. Second of all, it will deal an extra bit of damage.
Lucio low.
And you can keep your Matrix a bit longer. Look, right now, you're not even booping him. If you bump him, he's not gonna hit your Sombra. Sombra's low. Yeah, but why did you stop flying? You can fly with Matrix anyways, right? Why did you not bump him? That's my point. Ensure she stayed alive. Well, it would have been even better if you bumped him, because his aim gets fucked up with it. And you can still do it with Matrix up, and it still deals extra damage.
Moira next.
keep me up.
So I don't get the...
I got killed by the
Like, I know that you want to keep her alive, but I think it's even more successful if you bump him.
Doom left.
Ash low.
Doom one, left, still
Oh,
left.
VMP.
So yeah, I don't think you should stop the boop here. You should boop
Get
him there.
Ana point, on my point.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Other than that, that fight was pretty
Under
well
that
played by you. You took the tire out, you took the Zen out, you got the Diva mech, you saved your Sombra for a while. Good EMP.
Second ball one.
I can't.
Ash right.
Yeah, you got this clown. Okay, that could be one of my Diva bombs over there. But yeah, other than that, was pretty fine. Ranked overall.
Sorry about the MP, I got trapped.
Oh yeah, look out for traps if you play against Joker.
Just like
See where you play here.
playing here. Are we doing bunk?
Bunker. Ooh, hog. I forget. Nice. I like me some hog.
I'm gonna stand behind Bash.
Now, one problem. Generally, I'm gonna tell you about the Diva at 3.6k. Fuck off. So generally, one downside of hog is if they play something like Sombra that goes point, Diva would usually be the guy to touch, but now it has to be your hog. And hog against Sombra, you feed way more ult charge, so that's one downside. Also, you have no mobility. Diva can just quickly fly there and then walk back. Hog has to walk there and then walk back, so that's the downside of hog here. The upside obviously is that you can go for these pull fishing hooks. But yeah, it's just to get the point across. So if funny stuff happens with me and Hog, oh no. Let's see.
Baptiste, if you get your ult, just set it up in front of Bastion.
Yeah, swap up later. Yeah.
If you get your ult, set it up in front of Bastion. Just let him rip through the universe. That's me.
Wait, use.
They have Sombra.
I'll check, bro.
Okay, you're spy checking. That's fine. He's pulling.
Left.
I'm rotating point.
Okay, that's fine already. Okay, that's fine. If you say we already have enough damage up front, I'm gonna contest the point from the Sombra, that's fine. But if that's your plan, you shouldn't be on Hog in the first place. That's my point. You should be on Diva. If you you have to think of that already, right? I would play Hog here, and then before I go back to the point, I would look for this pull that she's throwing, and then look to capitalize on that before I go back on the point. Because what's the point of playing Hog if you're not even looking to pull hook? So you go look for the pull hook, and then you go back. I like it as light purple, or the crosshair.
Sombra on us.
Nothing wrong with it. I don't.
I saw.
I see, I see.
Okay.
On the right, on the right.
On deck, no shield.
Good hook. Good kill.
No.
But how did she not expect you there? She saw you walk to point. I'm pretty sure.
I saw.
I see, I see.
And then she uncloaks there and
On
just
deck, no
doesn't.
shield.
Got Sombra.
What? I don't know.
No.
Dude, some people are
Help you
just.
Bastion out, help you Bastion out. Body blocking for Bastion. Someone get
Go
points.
That's
point,
fine.
go point, go point, someone point.
And a low.
Good body blocks. I think the
Hello.
heal was a little bit of a panic move
Someone get points.
because you were full HP here.
Help you Bastion out. Body blocking for Bastion.
I know that it.
Someone get
Go
points.
point, go
Okay,
point.
so here's the thing. Let's say this is closer. You already won this fight, but let's say this is quite close, right? And you want to take the bulk of the damage here. Wait till you're damaged a little bit, like at least 100 damage or something, and then heal back up. Because if you vape up right now and they manage to get on top of you, you don't have vape anymore. And they might fuck you up. More in case I took damage. Yeah, but then you don't even get ult charge this way. And you're full HP. It's not like Hog's a hero that can get blown the fuck up in a second, right? So keep that vape until you took some damage at least, and then you get more value out of it. I get the point. You want a body block for him and take the damage from him, which is good. It's a smart play, but the vape was a little bit
Go
too
point,
early. I
someone
think.
point.
And a low.
Assumed two were alive behind me and thought,
I don't know.
yeah, that's fine, but still keep it until they dealt some damage to you. You will get way more value out of it.
Did we
They
win?
replace, guys, replace.
Hog, guys.
Other than that, well played. You get the Sombra, good hook.
I don't think she will get it quick. She's on the left.
Dude, my voice is fucking up. I remember that.
I see.
It's not even that big of a deal. It's just whenever, like, here's the thing. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like something where you're like, oh my god, this guy's a terrible player now because he did that, or this guy is an insane player now because they did that. Like, you know, it's like if you vape there early, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. It's just whenever you want to use a cooldown, you want to make sure you get the maximum value out of it, right? So use the vape at the maximum value timing. So you want to wait a bit, which is more value. It's not a big deal. It's just something. Talk to kids and parents the whole day. Throw the sword, bruh. My voice is
she's
fucked
below us,
now.
below us.
I've been talking for 6 hours
Close
now.
to our spawn.
If Winston jumps up, I'm gonna hook him.
She's behind.
But overall, you're doing the right calls. This is a good hook again. This guy's out of position. You fucking him up.
On our
Your hook's actually pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie.
Got him.
Damn.
Get shit on.
I got this one.
You're such a forehead. Get shit on.
Can you place a switch for a moment?
Oh
I'll
my
go
god.
get EMP'd.
Ugh.
Don't stay close to me.
Healing output, and I can try and help out of this situation.
He's on the right.
But at least you can throw your E in the air when you aim.
There Winston's no bubble. There Winston's one in there.
I didn't say in chat, just to myself. Oh.
Right.
Ooh, careful of that. If you're playing in Sombra again, it's something I talked to Stitch before. You have to be careful that there's a Sombra on the field, so you have to always look for her a bit. Now the hack is rough. You did get hacked here, it happens. You have to wait a bit. You're doing a good reset here, but just be careful for it.
Don't have it.
That pull was too early. That's your reset's fault. That's a good hook again. How did you not get hacked? What? Did she hack behind that pillar and it was in perfect LOS?
I got
MP.
Bruh! What the fuck? You're so lucky. You get your ult now. Oh my fucking god. That is one of the luckiest things I've seen in a while. That's crazy. It didn't matter because you got slapped, but still. That's actually crazy. You're right here. Get back. Get out. Okay, never mind. The guy splits himself, so you win this. Right here, I would have said they trans, so you have to peel back a bit. And you want to split. Now Winston doesn't want to primal or resus, because they can just shift it.